The greatest deception in human history is here. A trial no one can escape, Dajjal. The world is not falling apart. It is being prepared.
The world had begun to tremble, though few realized it.
Morality weakened, oppression spread, and greed clouded the hearts of men.
Humanity wandered, unaware that the greatest trial of faith was approaching.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned, "There is no trial more severe than the Dajjal." This was not merely a story of a man, but a test for all of humanity, a fitnah that would expose the heart of every believer. As the signs of the last day multiplied, famine, corruption, natural disasters, and moral decay, the faithful felt a tremor in their hearts.
As the storm rages, millions fill the streets in desperation. In the chaos, a cry for help echoes across the world. Somewhere in the east, the deceiver was preparing to emerge, and the world would soon witness a trial unlike any before.
From the lands of Khorasan, a figure appeared.
He was unlike any human known to men.
One eye was blind, and upon his forehead were written the letters Kafir, readable only by the faithful.
This was Al-Masih Dajjal, the great deceiver, whose coming had been foretold centuries before.
Behold the gathering of millions, under skies that churn with portent. The distortion at the heart of the crowd swells, a harbinger of overwhelmed destiny.
Dajjal's presence will be magnetic.
I promise you wealth beyond measure, power to command the world, and miracles to reshape reality.
Yes, I accept.
A city awakens, its lights intensifying, drawing the crowd into the glow. Reflections shimmer on every surface, promising a future holding a secret that beckons and warns.
Rivers would flow where he willed, crops would bloom at his command, and rain would fall wherever he chose.
Nations and cities began to follow him blindly, seduced by what appeared to be divine power. Yet, the believers recognized the signs.
Brothers and sisters, the Prophet warned us of trials that will test our faith like never before. He reminded us to hold fast to the Quran and Sunnah, and to unite. This is our safeguard in these times.
Scholars reminded them of the Prophet's warning.
When the Dajjal appears, the believers must flee and strengthen their faith with the Quran. Families prepared in secret, teaching their children and reciting Surah Al-Kahf.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba.
ولم يجعل له إواجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه.
A shield against the Fitnah of Dajjal. Dajjal moves swiftly across the lands, leaving cities and civilizations captivated.
Everywhere, the faithful witnessed the seduction of Dajjal.
Friends and neighbors abandoned their faith, chasing comfort and worldly gain.
Yet, small communities of believers resisted, teaching the Quran and following the Sunnah, even under threat of ridicule and persecution.
The Prophet, peace be upon him, had described this time. The Dajjal will appear and the world will be filled with trials. There is no one who will escape his fitnah except the one protected by Allah.
Along the journey, believers faced hunger, fear, and separation from their loved ones.
Yet they clung to their faith, knowing that worldly wealth and security offered by Dajjal were fleeting illusions.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitab.
Recitation of Surah Al-Kahf became their daily refuge.
As Dajjal's influence peaked, the world descended into chaos. Justice crumbled, and fear reigned.
His powers seemed invincible. He could make the impossible appear real, yet all was a deception.
Believers hid in caves, valleys, and remote towns, quietly teaching and holding on to their worship.
He will travel the earth for 40 days, one day like a year, one like a month, one like a week, and the rest like your normal days. Faith was tested not only by fear, but by doubt, loss, and despair.
Would they remain steadfast or fall prey to Dajjal's illusions?
Then, as if the heavens themselves intervened, Prophet Isa alayhi salam descended near Damascus.
The faithful, long hidden and tested, gathered in awe.
Dajjal, who had deceived nations, now stood facing Isa ibn Maryam at the gate of Lud.
The deceiver's power collapsed before divine authority.
Isa, empowered by Allah, stood alone against the greatest trial humanity had ever seen.
With a single strike, the fitna ended, and truth was revealed to all.
As narrated in Sahih Muslim, Dajjal will be killed at the gate of Lud.
His followers scattered, illusions shattered, and the faithful emerged from hiding.
This victory will not of power alone, but of Imaan, patience, and unwavering adherence to the Quran and Sunnah. The story of Dajjal is not merely a tale of deception, it is a lesson for every age. In today's world, subtle trials resemble the fitna of Dajjal: materialism, misleading ideologies, and false leaders. Even in darkness, the light of steadfast belief shines brightest. Allah's plan is perfect, and the faithful will prevail.